Injury Attorney Studios at 800-500-5555 or farahandfarah.com. WPOI HD1 St. Petersburg, Clearwater, Tampa.
We are live right now on the Miguel and Holly and the Hot 1015 Facebook page for our family meeting. And for once, we are on time.
I can't believe it.
Right at 9 a.m.
Dang.
Perfectly. Bossman Will is here with us. So you've been wondering, what have we been talking about for the past 2 days, saying that we have a family meeting? In this business, we've always been very honest with you, and we've always tried to keep it real as much as possible. And thankfully, because of our relationship with this company, we have the unprecedented privilege, thank you, to be able to do this. And that is to say goodbye. Holly and I are leaving Hot 101.5. Today is our last day, and this is our last hour. A lot of morning shows don't get to do this unless you're retiring.
Rarely. I mean, I can't impress upon you what a privilege it is to be to do this, because usually it's just over and nobody says anything.
Right. It's just music the next day. But because this company has been so amazing to us over the past 7 years, and they understand the relationship that we have with you, they're allowing us to say goodbye.
So we thank them very much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Cox Media Group, to Bossman Will, who is here supporting us, Keith Lawless, the general manager here, and everyone at corporate who has been so gracious and amazing at this. You know that we can sometimes be blubbering fools when we get emotional. Mm-hmm. And so what we've decided to do is to sort of put our thoughts on paper. Mm-hmm. Holly, you get to go first.
Okay, great. 7 years. 7 years. In about a month, it'll be 7 years that we've been at this radio station. I have never been at any job this long in my life. The consistency that this job has given me has been such a source of comfort for me. And let me tell you, I was in need of some comfort. I moved here to the Tampa Bay area from Panama City in 2015 with my then husband, my 1-year-old child, and my mother. We lived in a tiny 3-bedroom house in Pinellas Park. And I say, obviously, then husband, because shortly after we moved here in 2015, we made the difficult decision to get divorced. You, listening, watching now, didn't know me very well then. I mean, you may not have even known I existed at all. But in an instance of baptism by fire, I opened what felt like at the time the walls guarding my soul. And I know that sounds dramatic, but we had done morning radio for a long time, and I had never had to be that deeply personal and so vulnerable in my life. So it really did feel like I was opening the walls to my soul and shared fear and sadness and heartbreak with you. And you, who were strangers then, you rushed in with love, acceptance, support, and it guided me. By the way, we're good now. It's my ex-husband's birthday, so I wish him a happy birthday if you see him.
Happy birthday, Chris.
We're good. Now, a few years after that happened, I went through something that felt very similar to death. And I couldn't share it. I couldn't share it on the air, and I still can't share it now. But know that I went through a lot. This station, this routine, the love that I have for the people in this room, and the love that they have for me, that was what saved me that time. That death-like experience, and I mean, it certainly felt like the end for me, was actually the beginning of my spiritual and mental health journey. And it wasn't an ending. It was a beginning. And without it, I wouldn't be the person I am today. And all the while, this radio station and these people helped me grow through that. The person that I went through it with helped me grow through that. We all became stronger because of that. And you were here the whole way, supporting me without even knowing you were doing so. Then the pandemic hit. Am I rambling? Is this too long?
No, get it, girl.
The pandemic hit. And through so much fear and uncertainty, we, the three of us, came alive in our purpose to serve you, our community. We do this all for you. We have such love for you. So it's with a heavy heart that we say it's time to pull back a little bit for us. It's time for us to pull back and focus on us a little bit. Our dreams and our goals are constantly evolving. And much like we always encourage you to do, it's time for us to leap. We are jumping into our future, Miguel and I, into the unknown, hoping against all odds that you know how much we love you. Thank you for finding us. Thank you for becoming our family. Thank you for your support, your encouragement. Never stop learning about yourself. Never stop asking why about you and your own precious life. Never stop believing in yourself. And never stop daring to do great things. Miguel?
Almost 7 years ago, on March 31st, 2015, Holly and I opened up the microphones on one of the biggest radio stations in the country and introduced ourselves to you. In the first few seconds, at 6 a.m. that morning, we said, we are perfectly imperfect, and we hope you come along for the ride. Never in my wildest dreams could I imagine the last 7 years going the way they have. You helped us give books to kids all around Tampa Bay with Miguel and Holly Book Adventures. You hung out and made out with strangers.
Oh, pre-pandemic
at our blown off balls. You helped us celebrate teachers all around the area with Teacher of the Week. You helped celebrate diversity and help a marginalized community be seen at Tampa Pride, St. Pete Pride, Miguel's Big Gay Brunch. You volunteered with us and put in sweat with Miguel and Holly's volunteer squad. You came out, you spent money at Miguel and Holly Live to see us be ridiculous on stage in chicken costumes with 50 Shades of Chicken. We've shared so many adventures together. If you've listened to this show for more than a day, you know that I'm a radio geek at heart. I love this medium and what it can do. But you listening have brought it to life. You let this poor, gay, black kid from Atlanta, Georgia, come here and fulfill his dreams. You know, we've always kept it real with you as much as possible. And I won't stop in our final hour. When we came to Tampa Bay in 2015, I had about $25 in my checking account. A friend had to loan me money to move down here. Since those days, you have supported us in our crazy vision of being the nice morning show in Tampa Bay. You showed up to events, listened to us hurt your ears with headphone karaoke, and you spilled your guts with Tampa Bay secrets. Because of you, I was able to buy a house. You've been there as I was tragically single, getting in and out of relationships, getting crazy and Ebor over a breakup. You've been there in my darkest moments, when my mom had a brain aneurysm or when my grandmother passed away. Oh, and never forget her saying, what happens in the dark will always come to light. You were shocked with me as my now husband, Mr. Silver Fox, aka Abe, proposed to me on the air. I was able to throw a wedding that 17-year-old Miguel couldn't even fathom because of your support. My gratitude to you runs so deep and is everlasting. But like the entire world has experienced over the past 2 years, we have all changed. None of us can say that we are the same people that we were 7 years ago, even a year ago for that. Our goals and what we want out of life have changed. When we interviewed for this job, I looked our general manager, Keith Lawless, in the face, and I said, I want Holly and I to be on the 101.5 signal until they shove us into Shady Acres.
That's right.
But my life is different. My passions are different. My heart is different. And I'm ready for the next adventure. We've always encouraged you to take a leap of faith and let the net appear. And that's what we're doing. We're going to follow our hearts. If there's something I want you to remember, it's always to squeeze as much out of life as you can because you only have one. Take that leap of faith. Whatever it is that's been on your heart, do it because you only have a finite amount of time in your life. Take that leap of faith. Thank you for allowing us to live our lives on the radio with you. We love you. 877-999-1015. We will take your calls. And Scott, who will be here with you, he's not going anywhere. Our little brother is going to be commanding the ship.
Oh, Lord.
He's got something to say. We'll do it next.
Hot 101.5 traffic from the Safe Touch Security Traffic Center.
Just one wreck right now. It's in Pinellas County, southbound US 19, just after Innis.